And Scheherazade began again with Once Upon a Time and told the story of Sinbad the sailor, who on his second voyage reached a mysterious island, apparently in the Indian Ocean, where he found a dome without a doorway, which turned out to be a huge egg. He concluded that it must have been laid by a colossal bird, which was said to feed its young on nothing less than elephants. There are other accounts of giant birds in the area of the Indian Ocean, where Sinbad set sail. Now, the laws and physics of biology do not allow for birds that can carry off elephants, but like many myths and legends, this one may have some basis in fact, though years of embellishment and exaggeration have turned the reality into what appears to be simply fantasy. We know Sinbad's giant bird today as the roc, spelled R-O-C, sometimes R-O-K, a good crossword puzzle word. Apparently the Arabic original is rendered in English ruk, R-U-K, and sometimes spelled R-U-K-H. Per Sinbad's report, the bird nested on an island. Now, in the Indian Ocean, there is an island which has a wide variety of unusual animals. We know it today as Madagascar. In the 17th century, European explorers reported a giant bird living on that island, whose eggs were large enough to be used as buckets and bowls. Reports of such eggs continued throughout the next 200 years. No live birds were ever seen, but in 1866, a complete skeleton of a giant bird was found. It was given the scientific name Aepyornis maximus, which means something like the tallest of high birds. The name has since been changed to Aepyornis titan, meaning essentially the same thing. It was ostrich-like in a way, flightless, 9 or 10 feet tall, and weighed a bit less than half a ton. That's right. The bird apparently became extinct some 300 years ago, for unknown reasons, but its memory certainly lives on. Its sheer size gave rise to legends of it darkening the sky when it flew, even though it was flightless, and to feeding elephants to its young. Hundreds of years and lots of imagination can work wonders on a story. There are reports that the fronds of the palm tree, one of the native palm trees of Madagascar, were passed off at one time as feathers of the roc. Sinbad's roc, then, was born out of a knowledge of a giant bird on Madagascar, Aepyornis titan, now extinct. And even though we know the story and the scientific facts, the story still does stir the imagination.